and every single other person here that's creating or making things happen, and none of us need the cosign of a gatekeeper like we did in 1990, like in 1985, like in 1972. And the reason that is super important to clap up is what actually that means is the relationship now is very basic. It's the person that creates, whether it's business content, whether it's music, whether it's film, whether it's selling t-shirts, it's the person that creates and the audience, and nothing actually is in the middle that's stopping you. And what's important about that is we've lived through 100, 200 years where people have been in the middle. You had to have a printing press, you had to have an agent, you had to have a publisher, you had to have a manager, you had to have all this. And the reality is, that's just not the way it is. Every day I navigate Earth, and people that have, bigger platforms than me, business partners, actual people on film, television, things of that nature, are flabbergasted by the leverage and the audience that I have in place when I don't actually have a platform that is national or traditional in any shape. I don't show up on TV. I'm not on a show. I'm not on Netflix. The reality is that Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and Snap and Spotify and SoundCloud and YouTube and podcasting is the scale. And so, first and foremost, yes sir, TikTok too. First and foremost, if whatever you're trying to get across to the world is not popping, that's 100% your fault. I'm being dead serious. Everything I just set up for the first 3 minutes, I have bad news for everybody in here who loves excuses. That shit worked in 1994. That shit doesn't work no more. And I appreciate that. And the reason that's important is the second you actually realize that is the second you get happy, not sad. I know people sat in here who just had an excuse an hour ago, like, oh, fuck. But the reality is, once you realize that if it's not happening, that is 100% on you, it actually gets you happy, not sad. The problem is, where people get confused is they're impatient. The 100% foundation of what gives me the great gift and honor, and I'm humbled to be standing here right now, is that I was patient. For the first 3 years that I was making wine videos on YouTube in 2006, 7, 8, 9, nobody gave a fuck. Like my mom. But people now start Instagram accounts and expect in a week for them to pop. People are confused. People out here in the world are trying to build a 1% life and don't realize how hard that is. Shouldn't living the perfect life in your mind actually be hard? It should be hard to be a millionaire because less than 1%, it's hard. And so we don't have the right relationship with the realities that it takes to win, and more importantly, we really struggle, and I mean really struggle, with quantifying time. When I sit here and I look at all these pretty faces and I think about how young everybody is, it's just the number one thing. If you consume my content at all, I keep pushing patience because people don't get it. They don't realize how much time you have. How many people here, by show of hands, raise your hands, are under 40? Fuck. How many people are under 30? You're gonna live 3 more fucking lives. Thank you. Because that's real as shit, my man. That is, you're gonna live 3 more lives and people are worried about, it didn't happen this month. It didn't happen this year. Patience. Because the biggest issues in the system for whatever your ambition is patience, and number 2, people put out shit that's selfish, not selfless. No question, for me, so much of what's working is every day, everything I put out, everything I do from a content standpoint, I think about, why is this bringing value to the other person? What is this keynote? So many talks in the keynote world are PR releases for the person talking. I'm out here thinking real hard. That's why I always want to do Q&A the whole time. I'm sitting here like, what can I say to this audience that brings them the most value in a world that maybe they've already consumed some of my shit? Like, what can I do? What can I say? What's the breakthrough? What's the insight? What's the fact that we're actually sitting here and exchanging energy that might feel different than an Instagram feed or on TikTok or whatever it may be? And that's all that's going through my mind the whole time that I stand up here. What can I say that actually gets... And listen, when you do what I do for a living, and you fucking push free game 24/7, you're just hoping for I'm hoping for 3 motherfuckers in here to do something about it. Right. Well, I've learned long ago that not everyone's gonna be all fired up in an hour when I'm done. I promise you, you're gonna leave fucking feeling it. And everyone's like, yeah, now I'm gonna really fucking do it. And then next Thursday happens and some dumb shit happens, you're like, yo, fuck everything. I'm grown now, I'm 43, I've been doing this for a minute, I know that. So I'm sitting here like, how the fuck do I get an insight? How do I get somebody to look at it different? Because this is one big game of perspective. Let me promise you, my friends, in the town, you can't imagine how happy I am being in this town right now. I don't think there's a more special place in the world, let alone America, than fucking Atlanta. So the fact that you're fucking here, and you can be here, in this fucking room tonight, you got fucking opportunity. And so for me, let me make you one promise this evening. You find what you're looking for. You want to find negativity? It's easy as fuck. You want to find positivity? It's actually easy as fuck. My big thing is that I'm trying to get other people that are happy and positive and optimistic to post more of that. You know, when Delta fucks you up and you're fucking an hour late, you're quick to go to Twitter and be like, fuck you, motherfucking Delta. When Delta 99.9% of the time takes the miracle of taking a big fucking piece of metal, going in the fucking air, and landing you safe, you don't say shit. It's true. It's the biggest facts. We are loud as fuck about negativity, and we're quiet as shit about positivity. And if I leave with anything here, we need to change that dynamic. This is why people are so fucking confused, because people are quick to spit negativity, but they keep positivity in them, which is why every day I take on the responsibility to go the other way, because it's in me. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the at-bat. I was born in the Soviet Union. That place fucking sucked shit. I got lucky to get the fuck out, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to, I don't know if any of you've seen this video, but it's one of my favorite things I put out. The math behind being alive is crazy. 400 trillion to 1. 400 trillion to 1. You are more likely to win the lotto 7 times in your life than to be in this fucking room. Like, your mom could have got up for another glass of wine. Like, you could have been a fucking tree. But we're this. And in that, we have to seize the opportunity, and I promise you, and history will look back on this, when we're long gone, and we're all chilling in heaven, I'm gonna be like, I fucking told you in 2019 in Atlanta, because we're down, here's the fucking data. To be alive right now, in our collective age group, which is everybody here looking at all the faces, we've got plenty of decades in front of us, to be in this place that we still have a lot of time to execute against this internet thing is a big deal, my friends. This internet thing is crazy. The fact that you can be practical and pay your bills 9 to 5, but then go home if you choose to and start building your side hustle. Our great-grandparents didn't have that option. How many people here over 45? Raise your hands. Let's go. Tommy, raise your hand, old fucker. There we go. I see you. For the ones that just raised their hands, we remember the world pre-internet. I grew up my whole childhood without the internet. I went to college and never was on the internet once in my life. Like, for the youngsters in here, you're confused. This shit is crazy. We used to pay $3 fucking a minute to be on the internet. $3 on that AOL ripoff shit. Every fucker here would be dead broke if that was the price of net. We are not contextualizing the opportunity at hand. Before I go into the details of what I want you to do from a written word or an audio or a video standpoint, and regardless of what your ambition in this room is, it's there for you. Before I go into that, you have to understand that it takes real hard work for a sustained period of time to get what you want. The amount of people that talk huge game about what they're gonna do, but don't put in the work. Your ambition out of your mouth doesn't match the work you're putting fucking in. And so I see that every day. I watch heavy. I spend all my time watching. It's why I do what I do well, because I'm listening. Every time you don't see me talking, I'm listening, I'm watching. And the reality is, let me promise you something. People that win put in work. There is no fucking shortcut. Right. They're just the way it is. Now, the big game here is figuring out who the fuck are you. Because the amount of work I put into school was fucking zero. The reason I got F's is I didn't put in the work because I fucking hated that shit. Too many people do shit that they actually don't love, they just think it's gonna make them money. That's where people get caught. You're not lazy, you just don't want to do that shit. There is no lazy. There's no fucking lazy, you just don't want to do it. I'm lazy as fuck if you ask me to hang a fucking picture on a wall. I don't do that shit. I can't even order fucking food in a hotel room. I don't like to do it. I'm lazy for that, but I'll work fucking 40 straight hours in doing my craft, my thing. This is one huge fucking game of self-awareness. This is one huge game of self-awareness. Like, who are you, not what you want to be? I want to fucking be the baby and fucking Sam Darnold, but I'm neither. That's who I want to be. But I ain't them. I have to deploy self-awareness about what I am, who I am, and that's what got me here. And that's what gets everybody everywhere they want to be, but people lack the patience and putting in the work to get there. And that gets me to the point that really matters to me. Listen, if you are not putting out content on the internet every single day at scale, whether it's TikTok or LinkedIn, YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or Snap, you are leaving so much opportunity for whatever you want to happen on the table. This is a very simple game. It's the same. I love when people see me hanging out with rappers and I'm giving advice and they're like, yo, Gary Vee, you say the same shit. I'm like, motherfucker, because it's right. You want me to make up some shit that I don't believe in and tell people? Of course I'm saying the same shit. And it's real simple. The fact that we have free music platforms like SoundCloud and Spotify and YouTube and Instagram, and you can put out music and you're one fucking hook away from your life changing, means you need to put fucking music out.
Yeah.
And if you want to use perfection or I'm an artist as an excuse that you're actually insecure and you're not sure you're that hot, you do you, but fuck you. That's what's actually happening. And so, the cat's out of the bag. The cost of entry is zero. It costs nothing. If you've got a smartphone and you're here, you're in play. You're in play. And of course, there's always certain things that make it harder and this and that. And trust me, I'm not trying to roll in with audacity. My big thing is just, nobody cares about your excuse except your other loser friends. Like, it's just the truth. And like, I'm not trying to come up here and rah-rah or put pressure. I'm trying to get people to win. Yeah. And the only thing I've ever seen is when people become accountable and put in the fucking execution. It's as simple as that. That's all I've ever seen. I've never seen anybody luck their way into shit. Right. Luck is the stuff that comes out of losers' fucking mouths. It's just the way it is. It is just fucking real. And so it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy that every fucking word that just came out of my mouth would not be practical, and I would not believe in it if it was 1995. I can't believe that. I can't believe that I lived and watched the whole thing happen. That literally nothing I just said I believed was true just 25 years ago. Now it's all right here. It's all right here. It's all right here. And like, I'm fucking putting as much pressure, as much as I can out there to get people to understand you can. You just have to create a different perspective. You have to see what you see in a very simple game of, this is what I want, and I gotta put my head down for a fucking decade, eat shit, execute, and then maybe pop up and see if it happened. And so, let's break it down. Couple things. The number one thing I think about all day, every day, is underpriced attention. The number one way to have something happen, regardless of what your ambition is in this room, is to find underpriced attention. I define underpriced attention real simple. When I wanted to build up my dad's liquor store, nobody was doing email, but email had happened. I knew people were emailing, but nobody was sending deals or offers on email. Email was used like a letter, not like a direct mail advertisement. I started doing deals, wine deals. People converted. It cost me nothing. Everybody was getting on email, but nobody was selling on email, and I fucking squeezed the fuck out of email and pushed it and helped build the business. Then, a couple years later, this fucking thing called Google came out. And while everybody was super hot on Yahoo, and Yellow Pages and that shit, I don't even know if youngsters know what the fuck I'm talking about. Tommy, you know what that is. I said this Google thing's gonna happen, and when the ads came out, I was buying every wine term for 5 and 10 cents, and people were clicking it, and I was making sales. And I didn't care that people didn't know yet. That was actually what I wanted. And then YouTube came out, and I looked at it, a couple months after it came out, I said, this thing is gonna be huge. And I sat down and started making videos about wine, and that's when my stuff started getting crazy. And then Twitter came out, YouTube sold for $2 billion. I was tired of just using this shit. I wanted to make bigger money. I'm trying to buy the jets out here. And so I decided to fucking invest, and I invested in Twitter and Facebook and Tumblr, and that fucking worked out. And then on and on and on. So that's my game. That's what I'm good at. Where are people actually spending their eyes? Where most people don't believe it? And then how do I go in there and how do I bring the most value? Through my words, through my videos, that's it. Simple game. So let's talk about what that means for you. As we sit in, how many people in the music or in the music, TV, or film business, raise your hands. Let me just say, raise your mind. Listen to me and listen to me good. Because I know, again, 95% of you won't really do it, but I'm putting it on the record so I can play this in 9 years and say I fucking told you. Right this second, TikTok is crazy. TikTok is crazy. It is crazy underpriced attention. You're more than welcome to say that that's for 14-year-old girls. You're more than welcome to say that's for your baby niece. I'm out here putting out content every day. I put out 3 pieces of content on TikTok yesterday. All 3 of them got 1 million views. You have to listen. This is like real estate. This is like investing in a company before it pops, like Amazon and Netflix. This is what I do. I'm telling you right now, in culture, in consumer behavior, the underpriced attention at scale for everybody that just raised their hand is TikTok. Whether TikTok becomes Vine and is gone in a year doesn't mean anything. You're not investing in this forever. You're investing right this second to take the attention. MTV isn't hot either. Like, it's just the way it is. You gotta fucking strike and take the attention when that thing is happening. If you're trying to do music, film, or television, and you are not putting out content, and I'm talking 3, 4 pieces of content on TikTok a day, you're gonna regret the fact that you heard it from me and you didn't do anything about it. It's happening. And so take your ego, take your opinion, take your perception, and check that at the door. And when you leave here tonight, make a fucking TikTok video, motherfucker.